Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is actually going to be my review for the second half, the last half, thank goodness, of season 5 of Love and Hip Hop, their reunion or whatever they're calling it. I didn't like the format of this at all, and I don't think, from watching other people's reviews and stuff, I don't think anybody really cared for it too much. It was shitty. But anyway. Anyway, moving on. So we got Mimi, Chris, and Arian. This was a fucking mess. So we got Arian over here. You got Chris. Chris's hair look crazy. The fuck is these two? Part in the middle and two braids going like this. I said, bitch, if you don't look like some type of little short pushed in alien, honey. She looked like the Great Gazoo or somebody. She looked crazy. But anyway, so we got that. They're going back and forth. And I'm looking at Arian. Now, y'all know I like Arian. But Arian, bitch, what are you giving? What are you giving? You giving old jealous ass crazy dyke. She's sitting up here. She just going at Chris. And I just didn't understand. Well, I do understand it. I'm very settled on the fact that I think that Arian and Mimi do fuck. And I don't care what anybody says. I believe they fuck when they ain't fucking other people. That's just my belief. She hates Chris. It's like she literally hates her. She told her, I got a personal vendetta against you. And it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you identify as a boy and all of that bullshit. I got something personal. I don't like you. I don't like how you did Mimi. You got a song out about Mimi. Fuck Mimi. Fuck Mimi. If that's the worst that she did is put a song out about her, she fucking used her. Completely used her. And then Arian was really giving us this like mean ass lipstick lesbian that was just punking this stud. And I'm like, this is some crazy looking shit. As they're going back and forth. And I believe Arian was just jealous. I think you were jealous, and I think that Mimi took too much of a liking to Chris, and that's where your problem came in at. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. The way I ain't seen Arian go at nobody like the way that she went at Chris. It was crazy. And they went back and forth, and I laughed. It was like a role reversal, because usually studs are more like dudes, so they ain't for all that arguing. And they be like, bitch, go ahead before I fuck you up. And that's kind of where Chris told her, she said, you know what? Just protect yourself, Mom. That's what you do. I was like, okay. She was giving me stud. Then Arian was like, protect myself. Protect myself against what? Against your little ass? She said, I'll drag you all up and through here, Chris, with your little ass. So the role kind of flipped over in reverse. And Arian went straight physical, like, bitch, I will beat you the fuck down. I was like, well, wait a minute now. Because you don't usually get the lipstick girls don't talk to the studs like that. So I was sitting laughing. I said, child, this has been a carpet munching maze of foolishness, honey. I said, okay. And then Chris went like a queen, honey, and said something about Arian's hair and told her, get you some edges, bitch. I said, oh! Look, they had me all confused. I said, shit. And then I have to say, Arian, what is that hair? The fuck is that? It looked like Acid. Do y'all remember Acid TV? That used to come on MTV years and years and years ago. And they actually used to wear plastic wigs. That's what it looked like. It just looked like one whole plastic unit and like a little tight, nasty flip. And it looked like she had a bunch of Beijing on her head. It was horrible. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, she looks very dominatrix. It was like a dressed up dominatrix to me. I wasn't real crazy about that that look area, and I really was hating how she was acting. I could have done without that. Then they asked her to leave. She didn't leave. She just gonna pull her chair off to the side like, fuck that. I ain't leaving my woman in here. And Mimi sat there the whole time. That bitch was so happy with herself at the fact of them arguing back and forth over her. And I've seen this happen once before, and I was appalled. Appalled. I'm gonna go ahead and tell this. This has happened literally when um, my cousin literally had a situation where she had a miscarriage. And my cousin plays this game backward and forward with the boys and the girls, the same thing like with Mimi. So I got up and I came down to the hospital because I knew she had miscarried and I didn't want her to be sitting there by herself, no matter what her afflictions are. I just in me, I didn't want her to be sitting there by herself. But when I get there, the baby's dad is there, and the lesbian lover's there, and the two of them are arguing. Now this is real life, arguing their motherfucking ass off in the emergency room, carrying on. And my cousin sitting up here, she didn't have miscarriage, and she just pleased with a chuckle on her belly at the fact that they laughing, that they're arguing over her. And I was never so appalled. I've never been so embarrassed. I said, I'm getting the fuck out of here before anybody knows that I even know you motherfuckers with this bullshit. So, yes, I've seen this same type of reality bullshit play out right at Allegheny General Hospital, and I was never so fucking embarrassed. Shit, that been years ago. If I'd have knew back then like I know now, bitch, I'd have got me a motherfucking camera, and I would have been on the sky. God damn. But anyway, down off my soapbox. But up, bam, and let's move on. But that was just a whole fucking mess. Anyway, so Stevie J, he another motherfucker was jealous of goddamn Chris. As he over there made some comments about, he said something about he's been knowing that Mimi swims in Lake Minnetonka, and she's been doing it for years. She's been sucking pussy for years, but it shocked him because Chris was so masculine. And he said, why, if you want masculine, why would you bother with a girl? Well, really, Stevie? Shut up. It's not the same, stupid. She messed with her because she's a lesbian. It is what it is. And that's all it is. Mimi just don't want to know. Mimi made it very clear. I don't have a title. I like what I like. You're a lesbian, Mimi. You're a bisexual lesbian. Is what you are. Now move on. It's that we didn't make the rules. These are the titles. These are what they are. They are what they are. You are laying right out, and you are a bisexual lesbian. Let's all say it together. Lesbian, honey. That's what you are, Mimi, bitch. Now let's move on. Chris brought nothing but confusion to the show. And yes, Mimi did use her and all of that stuff. But Chris, were you all in your feelings and you all crazy about it? Take your little ass and get you some hormone pills and some estrogen shots or whatever it is that you need and go to fuck on about your business. And get your life in order, bitch, because you're all confused. Moving on. Okay, so Tiara, where did Tiara get her outfit from? Strippers R Us? It was the most horrible stripper pole jumpsuit I've ever seen with fringes on the side. She looked like she was getting ready to get up and perform. It looked terrible, and the shoes and all. She looked just as cheap. I hated it. Even her hair looked all plastic. I said, where'd you get that baby doll ass hair from? She didn't look good at all. That's the worst she's looked all season. But she sat there, her ass done messed around and got married 2 weeks ago, she said, from the taping. Got married, her fucking ass is pregnant. Her and Carly kind of, they were like, okay, we're cool, as long as she don't try my husband, we'd be all right. Then there was this whole thing about whether or not King is actually Scrap's baby. Because somebody came at the KK and dropped her some tea and said that she really wasn't. She is something smart. She's like, KK is fucking miserable. Everybody knows King belongs to Scrap, and KK needs to go sit down and mind her business with her old ass. Child, KK was in a confessional going to say, All right, Tiara, girl. Congratulations to you and your husband. Maybe he can stop you from being naked on your Instagram. Girl, you got it going on 6 kids and 6 daddies. All right. I said, oh, okay. That was so fucking mean. But so they got that whole thing going on. Then this is another thing that fucked me up. Jessica Dime, you motherfucking Eminem. How dare you, bitch? How dare you, Jessica, stand up there and call Tommy a prostitute? What the fuck are you, Jessica? She talked about Tommy, told Tommy was low budget because she had no panties on and stuff and was fighting and stuff. She was some gutter type of prostitute. What are you, Jessica? Like you some classy motherfucking bitch. I couldn't believe it. I said, all these whores is too much. Too much. Then we got Tommy and Stevie was talking about Carly Red. And Tommy was like, I ain't get all that mad at Carly when she fucked Scrap. He's going to go to jail, need to get his rocks off. If me and him was on a break, I was mad at him. I let him have Carly. Everybody know how Carly do. And her and Stevie was giving each other dap and high five and carrying on. Talking about, yeah, Carly, you know, she sucked them off. Fuck Carly. And that's what Steve said, yeah, we call her the mouth of the South. Now, let me find out that Grandma Carly is a goddamn old tricking ass bitch. A mess. And the way she was acting, that way she carried on with her and Life Jennings. And first of all, I told you I like Life. Life turned me completely off with how he acted with this whole thing with Carly. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Car, bald head bitch. And some other shit like that. I didn't like that. It wasn't a good look for him at all. Then he sat and talked about how Carly begged him to fuck her and on and on and on. Okay, all of that may be true life, but it just didn't make you look good. It made you look very, very petty. Very petty. Because whatever goes on between a man and a woman goes on between that man and that woman. And all of that, I just thought that was all. I didn't like that at all. Shit went awry. I expect that from Carly Red, but I did not expect that from him to be hitting below the belt like that and try to defame her character in that nature. Like, you know, because honest to God, now let's just be honest here. Carly fucking snake long as you agree to hold the head. But really, like, you had to make her seem like she's not really desperate. She'll fuck anybody. And anybody will fuck her. She has a reputation for fucking good. So, to try to boost yourself up, to make her look less, that's what I didn't like. I didn't like that too much. That didn't sit too good with me, with Life. I ain't like that with your fake jewelry. Don't do that. Call her a bald head bitch. So that was fucked up. Then we had the producers were talking to Stevie J, because remember Stevie J didn't want to talk to Joseline. And they were trying to talk him into talking to Joseline. And was it just me, or did y'all see the little producer guy? Did that motherfucker look like everything? Like the set and the production looked like an old ass, tired, rinky dink porn setup. And I looked at that man, I said, he looked like he ready to shoot some 70s porn, honey, that was talking to Stevie J. But anyway, he talked Stevie into talking to Joseline. They couldn't get it together. They had to get them and separate them and then bring them back together again. She wouldn't apologize for the shit that she did and said on the blogs. And he's like, it ain't cute. You think that shit that you said is cute. He's like, I want blood tests because you know she's pregnant. And he wants blood tests and all that. When they first were together, she said, I don't want to have the baby without you. And he was giving her, well, whatever. Then when they brought them back together, they apologized to each other, but they're basically done with each other. And I guess we got to wait and see what's going to go on. You know, she says she's having her baby. Says she's having a baby and all that. And she going to take care of her baby and blah, 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 but the two of them are done. Ciao. All of that shit's going to play out in one more season, I believe. But we're going to wait to see, honey. A fucking mess. But this was horrible. This was just horrible. And I'm done talking about it at this point. We're going to wipe the slate clean, and hopefully they'll come back with another season and they'll go back to the way that we used to do things. This was really, really horrible. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.